So, after 8 months of working on my first ever Roblox game, I finally realised something. Even though the movement was fun and game modes worked most of the time, there still wasn't any real reason for players to keep playing. Once someone learned the movement, played a few rounds, and maybe found an Easter egg or two, that was kind of it. There was nothing pushing players to come back, so naturally, I decided to expand the game more than ever before. First of all, players need progression, something that makes every match feel like it's building towards something bigger. Now, I could keep this simple and just give players coins every time they level up, but where's the fun in that? Instead, I want to add trails, titles, auras, XP boosts, and to top it all off, a brand new ability system. Now, designing abilities sounds simple at first, unless, like me, you have the creative ability of a damp cardboard box. So instead of trying to come up with everything myself, I went through my shorts comments and picked out 8 community abilities to add to the game. But the problem with this is once you add abilities, you need to then worry about cooldowns, UIs, keybinds, effects, balancing, and about 50 new bugs. So before I could even start making abilities, I needed a way for players to actually equip and use them. I started working on a new GUI where players could unlock abilities, swap between them, and then use them in-game. For now, I focused on getting the basics working, setting up menus, ability slots, and a system where players could swap between abilities. The only problem was, I still hadn't actually made any abilities yet, so it's time to start turning the comments into actual mechanics. The first ability that I added was a simple speed boost that temporarily increases players' speed, and surprisingly, everything worked first try. Next, viewers wanted invisibility, so I got the scripting. Players could activate the ability, turn invisible for a few seconds, and then reappear normally. Then I added a footstep tracker that briefly reveals the path that other players have taken. And then to top it off, I added a jump boost, a push ability that lets hiders throw other people into the seeker, a banana peel that sends players sliding all over the place, and finally a bear trap that snares anyone that steps on it. Somehow, all of these actually went surprisingly well. I didn't run into any major issues and nothing completely destroyed the game, which probably just means the second the update goes live, I'll immediately get another 20 bug reports in my Discord server. But before I move on, there's still one thing I need to improve. Up until now, all of the ability icons were basically just temporary placeholders that I generated using Gemini. And if I'm going to release this update, I need them to look a little bit more intentional. So instead, I'm switching to the sponsor of today's video, Forge GUI, which allowed me to quickly start turning these pieces of slop into proper in-game icons. And to be honest, this part saved me a lot of time. Starting with the invisibility icon, I tried to find a style that I liked. And once I had a style going, I just repeated that process for the rest of them. Now, instead of 8 random placeholder images, I had a full set of ability icons that actually look like they belong in the game. Shout out to Forge GUI for sponsoring today's video. If you're a beginner developer without a budget to hire an artist, or you're just trying to save a ridiculous amount of time like I need to, definitely go check them out. Links will be in the description. Next, I had a few more rewards to set up before I could actually start implementing the leveling system. So I opened a spreadsheet and started laying everything out properly, which should have been the easy part, but instead I found myself constantly rearranging everything, trying to make sure the rewards felt varied without everything being dumped in at once. After a while, I finally had a structure that I was happy with, so now it was just a case of actually building everything that I'd planned. To keep things brief, I started with trails. I created a module script to store all of the trail colours and then made around 15 different trails, each one trying to feel a bit more impactful than the last. After that, I set up a GUI so players could actually see what they'd unlocked and swap between trails in game. And next I wanted to add auras. And I'll be honest, I took a slightly more efficient approach here. I went into the toolbox and found a few effects that caught my eye, and just built around those by tweaking colours and variations. Then I reused the same system from Trail so players could toggle between auras as well. It's a bit rushed, but progress is progress. Titles followed a similar pattern. I created a module script to store each title. I used Photopeep to create the title cards, and then a simple local script to handle unlocking and toggling between titles. Finally, I wanted to add XP tokens, which was the easiest part. I already had most of the logic from the VIP system, so it was mostly just copying, adapting, and then getting it working with a leveling system. And with all that in place, I was finally ready to bring everything together into a proper leveling system. I started by creating a new GUI to display players' levels and progression, which meant scripting an XP bar that smoothly tweens forward every time players gain XP. Finally, I created a full progression menu where players could track the current level, preview upcoming levels, and manually claim unlocks as they level up. And after connecting everything together, the game finally started feeling like an actual progression-based experience instead of just a collection of random systems duct taped together. If you want to try the update out for yourself, the game will be linked down in the description, and let me know if you've got any ideas for abilities, rewards, or game modes that I should add next.